President Shavkat Mirziyoyev chaired a video conference call on the development of leather and silk industries as well as employment of the population. The meeting also discussed issues of the employment and income of the population. Details in the report.
The meeting analyzed the silk industry in detail. In recent years, a cluster system has been introduced in this area. In particular, 74 silk growing clusters and 11 enterprises of production of grass. The area of mulberry plantations has been increased from 40,000 hectares to 55,000 hectares. As a result, the volume of silkworm cocoons production increased 2.5 times and reached 26,000 tons. Export of silk products increased 3 times. However, silkworm cultivation and disease protection technologies are insufficiently developed. As a result, losses in cocoons are relatively high. Raw materials steal from the basis of the industry's experts. In this regard, the need for in-depth processing of cocoons and increased production of finished products, fabrics, and home textiles has been emphasized. This should help to gain foothold in European market, which accounts for 45% of the world's silk imports. The most urgent problem in silkworm breeding remains the forage base. To solve this problem, it's necessary to expand planting of new high-yielding varieties of mulberry. It's also possible to create an additional sources of fodder by planting mulberries in 1 or 2 rows along the margins of the cotton fields. City governors have been instructed to organize new mulberry plantations on the area of 105,000 hectares. These lands will be divided into plots and made available to the public through the auction, in which the initial price of the plot will be set at 10%. Unemployed citizens, including women, will be trained in short courses in monocenters and silkworm clusters. The low purchase price of the cocoons did not encourage public interest. According to the presidential decree signed the other day, the procurement price of the cocoons has been increased by 25%. Silk growers are exempted from income and social taxes, and tax rate of 10% has been set for the mulberry plantations. Another way to improve the efficiency of the industry is through alternative methods. For example, silkworm rearing on mulberry is widely used in China. This new methodology can be adapted in our climate conditions. The Agency for Plant Quarantine and Production has been instructed to import seeds of the mite and the silkworms that feeds on its leaves for the testing at the Institute for Silk Breeding. At the meeting, the head of state held an open dialogue with entrepreneurs operating in industries under consideration. Having heard the problems and proposals raised by them, he instructed the responsible heads to assist entrepreneurs in obtaining certificates to enter European markets, attract foreign specialists, ensure access to domestic leather, carpet, and silk products to trading houses abroad, organize training of qualified middle-level personnel, and others. The second issue on the agenda considered the implementation of Sayhunabad experience in the field. As a result of work started in April, 365,000 people were provided with employment and attracted to entrepreneurship. Banks started to work closely with their clients and created conditions for employment of 115,000 people. 70,000 micro-projects were realized in mahallas. Cultivation of crops of 465,000 hectares of homestead plots has been started. However, in some regions, the work is progressing slowly. For example, the study of 7 districts reveals that no crops have been planted on dozens of homestead plots. For this reason, 382 district-level officials were dismissed from their posts for the shortcomings. The president once again emphasized that the issue of employment and income of the population are the primary importance and warned the leaders of all levels. Task has been set for qualitative organization of Sayhunabad experience in terms of districts and mahallas, creation of permanent jobs and sources of income for the population. Another important issue in mahalla is organization of orderly and safe labor migration. During the first 4 months of this year, 150,000 citizens who work abroad returned to Uzbekistan. By the end of this year, another 250 to 300,000 migrants are expected to return. The importance of their employment and assistance in solving social issues was emphasized.